In this video, I want to answer an age-old question, which is whether to buy or rent in 2022. My name is Adam Moqtaderi, investor and advisor in GTA real estate, broker with Home Life Bayview. As prices are going up so fast, a lot of people are asking themselves whether they're better just off like renting rather than buying. And you know, my answer is, it depends on you. But I want to answer this question from a numerical or let's say financial lens. So I want to walk you through a case study on a condo downtown and whether you should buy it or rent it. So let's say, let's look at 10 York Street, which is near Union Station. And let's look at a one bedroom, which is right now going around 880,000, versus renting the same unit for 2,150. So looking at what I've prepared, the numbers I've prepared here, you can see that at 20% down, you need to pay, with all the fees involved, you need to pay around $240,000 in down payment to buy the property. And looking at the calculations I've prepared, at 25% down payment, with all the fees involved in buying that condo, it comes to about $240,000 to purchase a property. Now at 2.5% interest rate, that's about $2,500 in mortgage payments. And when you add everything up, your monthly cash flow, including your property tax, including your condo fees and all the other things, it's around $3,100. And when you compare that to a rent of $2,150, the difference in owning a property is $950 in this case. You need to pay extra to own the property versus to rent it. But the catch is you're paying down your mortgage principal. So if you take that into account, you're paying down about $1,200 a month, and you deduct $950 from that, you get savings of $250 in owning the asset versus renting the asset. Now, you would say that's not a lot, you know, at $250 a month. When you do it, when you compare that to $240,000 that you paid up front, that's a yearly return of 1.3%, which in any case, that's very, very low. But the real profit in home ownership versus renting is appreciation over time. So if you look at the sensitivity table I prepared, you know, I'm comparing holding term versus appreciation rate. As you can see, if you hold it in less than 3 years, you're not making that much money, but as you started holding it for a longer term, if really appreciations are at the historic levels of 8%, you're making a lot of money owning the asset versus renting, which is something to consider. But what I want to leave you in this video is you got to ask yourself if you're buying the asset for the short term or for a long term. If you're just a speculative buyer and you think you have to sell in a year or 2 or 3 years, you're probably better off renting. As you can see, the returns are not that much. The real gains come from long-term hold, especially in Canada, because when you buy and sell a property, you're paying 7 to 10% in transaction costs. So if you're buying today and selling it next year, you're really not making that much money. But if you think you can hold it for a longer term, that's where you need to consider buying a property, because when you own a property, you have that pride of ownership. You can sell on your property and you know that you won't be at the mercy of your landlord kicking you out. And over time, your property will be appreciating, and that's a cherry on top. So this is what I want to leave you in this video. I hope you found it helpful, and as always, if you have any questions, you better call Adam. Thank you.